Yo, welcome to today's episode of the Food Remixers.
We are here in central London and we are on the hunt for desserts. We're hungry for chocolate. It's a beautiful day, so hopefully we'll find some mousse.
Then we're going to go back to the BOSH studio and cook up our own delicious chocolate mousse. First things first, sunglasses. New sunglasses, check.
Outside the Cova Bakery on St Anne's Court in the middle of Soho, and we asked them if they had any vegan desserts.
No, sorry.
No vegan desserts at all? Especially not any vegan chocolate mousse, but the chocolate mousse they did have looked very, very tasty, and hopefully we will be able to recreate something as good at home.
So this place looks incredible. It's called Le Edo. We've heard loads about this. I've also walked past it again and again and again, walking up and down Soho. I've never thought to ask if they've got vegan desserts. Let's find out. Your desserts look incredible.
Thank you.
I'm trying to wonder if I can eat any of them. Are any of them vegan? Or do you have any vegan options? Only one vegan option. So we have a Bramley apple tart. There is nothing chocolate for us, but the chocolate stuff they do have looks wonderful. So I'm fully inspired by this little chocolate mousse cake down here. You can see it's got a little bit of gold dust, edible gold dust on top of it, topped with a hazelnut. But the thing that's really attractive is just the incredibly smooth top. The ganache on top looks gorgeous. I think we might try and recreate something like that back in the BOSH kitchen.
We're on Wardour Street and we're at Princey Pizzeria, and they have a fantastic selection of cakes and desserts, so we're going to see if they have any vegan ones. No vegan desserts at all. They had no vegan cakes whatsoever, but they did have a really nice chocolate mousse with a fantastic shiny ganache top and raspberries. It's got like a biscuit base. It looks really, really cool.
So far, we've not found much in the way of vegan desserts.
Now we're on Brewer Street in Soho, and this patisserie is called Cutter and Squidge.
So we're looking for some desserts. Have you got anything that's vegan? Vegan chocolate fudge loaf cake.
So it's a chocolate sponge,
Yes.
so chocolate fudgy sponge, and it's
Yeah.
got it's a bicarb vinegar mix, which makes the sponge rise. So you've got dark chocolate, bicarb vinegar mix, lots of cocoa powder, and flour.
This place is absolutely wonderful. Cutter and Squidge, which is on Brewer Street. They've got a vegan cake, which we're gonna eat now. Check this cake out. Again, it's a super smooth, clean ganache-like top with a little sprinkle of gold on there.
Oh wow, it's so moist, super naughty. It's like the sort of cream that when your mum was making a cake when you were a kid and you wanted to lick the spatula and she said, no, you're not allowed to lick the spatula. That's exactly as you'd expect that to taste. That's a really, really tasty cake.
It's incredibly soft. It's a really, really light, fluffy cake. We need to make sure that ours is light as a feather. One thing that's really cool about being in Soho is just like the vibe, the buzz, especially on a hot day like today. Maison Berteux. Maison Berteux. Oh my goodness, it's like a badass French patisserie. I feel like they're not gonna have no vegan stuff here, man.
Russian? Do you sell vegan desserts here? They like a little bit of meat in here, don't they?
Can you give us some inspiration? We want to make like a really good chocolate mousse.
And a good chocolate mousse.
Yeah. Do you have a chocolate mousse cake? We do, yeah. So now we've heard it here first, they're going to ban foie gras.
Yeah. There was a parliamentary committee about it the other day with the MP from Crawley.
So that place was so cool. I mean, the cakes looked fantastic. They didn't have any vegan options, but the dude was super cool about it. And we did get some inspiration. They had a mousse cake, both with an iced top, and it was covered in cocoa powder. They also had one chocolate mousse cake that was smooth, gorgeous ganache with little pieces of fruit on each slice. Gorgeous French patisserie right on Greek Street in Soho. And the other cool thing is, I just love the vibe about this place, right? Loads of like lesbian, gay, friendly people. It's a super welcoming, super inclusive vibe. Get yourself down to Soho. Oh, and by the way, that's a vegan pub next door.
Let's go for a pint.
They do great fish and chips. We go for a pint here.
Yeah, let's go.
And I look across the water. Yeah, and I think of all the things of what you do. And in my head I paint a picture. Won't you come on over,
Just got a text telling us that our book is currently #1 as a Sunday Times bestseller in the non-fiction chart. So we thought we'd nip into the local Waterstones, see the book on the shelves, see if they've got a copy of the Sunday Times so we can see our name at #1. Such an honor to see your book here.
To see it in print, fantastic. Woo!
I would say now it's time that we go reset that balance and eat some vegan cakes in places we know they're gonna be.
I fancy an ice cream, you know.
So this is Eureka dairy-free ice cream. They got brownies. It's gorgeous.
Ah, hello. Well, look what we have here. This is surely the most chocolatey, most decadent dessert in all of Soho, if not the whole of London. This is basically a Eureka special. Waffle, we've got cookie, we've got Oreo, we've got brownie, we've got froyo, lots of chocolate sauce, and a bit of fruit just for the good stuff. This is a beautiful thing. And what's more, it's vegan. Look at it.
Frozen chocolate coconut yogurt. You know, it's not the chocolate mousse cake we were after, but it's a damn fine dessert. The score is now 3-all. Hello. We're in search of vegan desserts.
Yeah?
And you've got some, right?
Yeah, we do. We've got this middle row here.
Let's try one chocolate ring donut. That's cool. Cheers. That makes it 4-3, dude.
So one last place to go on this magical mystery tour of London's vegan dessert shops. And we are headed to Veggie Prep, because we know damn well that they do this wonderful almond butter and chocolate cookie, and it's super, super nice.
One interesting story about Veggie Prep. Ian and I first came to the opening right after we'd started BOSH. So the growth of Prep and their veggie and vegan options kind of marries with our journey with BOSH.
Yeah, that's a very good way of looking at it. So it's like coming home, this is.
Coming home, exactly.
It is.
This place has a special place in our hearts. That's got a gorgeous crumb. Breaks apart really easily. You can see it's kind of squidgy. Delicious. Velvety would describe this. This cookie marks the end of our research trip.
We came on this trip for research, so we've also been to fantastic French patisseries, all beautifully laid out, fantastically well baked, great designs. We're gonna go back home now, and we're gonna go and make our very own chocolate dessert. And Henry and I have been chatting, and chocolate mousse cake seems like the best thing to make because it will be super, super luscious, look really beautiful, and actually really, really surprising. So, chocolate mousse cake, here we come.
Now then, Team BOSH, welcome to BOSH TV. Today we're going to be preparing a gorgeous chocolate mousse cake.
It's super decadent, super tasty, and probably going to be one of your brand new favourite desserts.
So let's get cracking. First, we're going to add our chocolate and coconut oil to a heat-proof bowl, which is sat on top of a pan filled with boiling water. Bubble away until the chocolate melts and we get a nice gooey chocolate coconut mix.
So now that's nice and melted, it's time to crack on with the base.
Add blanched almonds which have been toasted to a food processor and blitz them to a fine powder. Add our chocolate coconut oil which has been melted, followed by maple syrup, salt and vanilla essence.
And now whiz everything together to make your wonderful biscuity base.
Next up, we're going to squish that mixture into the base of a springform cake tin to form the base of our cake. So squish the base down to make it nice and firm and even.
And now the base is cooled, we're going to pour over a layer of dark chocolate.
The dark chocolate will stop the mousse from sinking into the base and making it soggy.
So now the base of the mousse is done, it's time to make the mousse layer of the cake. So into the blender, we're going to be putting in our coconut and chocolate mix, our soaked cashews, our coconut cream, and our vanilla extract.
Next, we're going to make our mousse using the magic ingredient of aquafaba.
Henry, what's aquafaba then?
Well, Ian, aquafaba is the liquid left over from a tin of chickpeas. So we're going to pour that into our stand mixer and then turn it on fast.
And now we're going to add our caster sugar into the stand mixer, 1 tablespoon at a time.
Now that aquafaba has been whisking for about 10 to 15 minutes, it's formed real stiff peaks.
Perfect, look at the creamy consistency, unbelievable, it's like magic.
This is what we're going for, guys. Fingers crossed.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Yeah!
So now Henry's finished messing around, it's time to get down to business and make our mousse. Our chocolate coconut cream is at room temperature and it's a perfect time to fold it into the aquafaba.
Fold really carefully that chocolatey mix through the aquafaba, being careful to make sure all the air stays. We don't want it to deflate.
So our aquafaba mousse is ready to be poured on the chilled base.
Smooth this out using a spatula to give us a nice smooth surface. Now that's smooth, we're going to take it away and put it in the fridge for a good few hours or even overnight. Now we left that mousse overnight and it is absolutely chilled.
And now it's time to crack on with our ganache.
First, we're going to bosh our plant-based milk in a pan.
Then we're going to add our sugar and our salt.
And bring it almost to the boil. Take that off and pour it all over our chocolate.
Cover the chocolate for a few minutes to let it melt. Take the plate off the bowl, start stirring the chocolate and the vanilla extract.
Now we'll pour our melted ganache all over our mousse cake.
We want our mousse to be as smooth and as beautiful as the ones we saw in Soho.
Rock your cake tin nice and gently to smooth over the chocolate.
And let it set for a few minutes.
The guys in Soho said it couldn't be done, but you know what? We've done it.
Wow, I mean, that cake is incredible.
It really is beautiful. Look how smooth the top is. It's smooth, it's silky, it's rich, it's decadent, it's insanely chocolatey. It is a beautiful thing.
That base is just fantastic. You know what? The bakers in Soho would be proud. So there you have it, guys. That is BOSH's chocolate mousse cake. And if you like that, drop a little comment below.
If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and most importantly, subscribe.
Subscribe. We're going to be doing the Food Remixers every single week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So hit that subscribe button. BOSH!